Good evening, guys. How's everybody doing? I saw Smudge RL is already in the chat. How are you doing, Smudge? I'm going to turn this music down a little bit because it's a little bit loud for me. I'm very well. I'm very well. I'm very well today. Busy day, but yeah, glad that I can do a bit of streaming this evening. So I'm going to just straighten the camera out a bit there. Yes. Yeah. So tonight we've got a bit of an impromptu build stream tonight. Up until about half an hour ago, I was debating whether to actually stream it or not, and I thought, yeah, why not? Why not? So I got given a board earlier this week, and I believe the guy's going to be in chat in a little bit. A guy called Smart Boy on the UK Discord, and he said he was having some problems with his stabs, and so he asked a couple of different questions. The main one being he wanted his stabs to be better and what he could do, and so we were chatting on the Discord, and he was trying to get rid of lube, this, that, and the other. And then I noticed he put up a post saying need some help, like somebody to build my board properly. And so I sent him a message straight away, and he's sent his board over to me, and I'm gonna. I've already taken it apart, so I've already desoldered it. I desoldered all of the Tealios, so we've got our pot of Tealios here. And so basically, what's going to happen tonight is I've completely taken his stabs. So the original stabs that he had are these some Everglide, pink Everglide stabs. And unfortunately, they're just really scratchy. There's no saving them really. I tried. From about sort of 6 o'clock, I've been taking them apart, putting the C3 inserts into them, putting them in Zeal housings, whatever I could do to save them. But it's the plastic. Both the pieces of plastic are pretty scratchy. So what I've done is, from my own collection, I've got these. So I've just made these up, and so these are the new C3. I'll take the place off. These are the new C3s. If I bring up the camera a little bit, you guys might be able to see. So these are new C3s. Yeah, there's a lot of fingerprints where I've been testing stuff, but these are, as I said, C3 inserts in Zeal housings with Zeal wires. And they've come out really smooth. They hold on to the caps really nicely, which is a good thing when using EPBT, because EPBT can be a little bit warped at times, and the stronger it has a hold on it, the better the sound will be, the less rattly it will be. And so what I've done this evening is I've just been testing them out. I've put hockey tape already down, so there's hockey tape underneath these. And so pretty much all I need to do now at this point is just build the rest of the board. And so what we've got with regards to a board, we've got the KBD8x II PCB. We've then got a brass plate, so lovely brass plate that comes with the KBD8x II. And then just off to the side, we're not going to need it for a little bit, and it is very heavy, heavier than most normal boards, is the actual the polycarb KBD8x II. So I'll just give you guys a quick show around this. It's got a foam insert at the moment. I'm going to give it a wipe down and after the stream. But yeah, it's got a nice little foam insert, which we're going to keep in here. Hopefully deaden some of the sound a little bit, because polycarb can sound a little hollow at times. So, I mean, we can get on straight away with it. But Smudge says, sorry, I missed both your messages there, Smudge. I need to buy some stabs, actually. Thanks for reminding me. No worries, no worries. Make sure you get some stabs for me too. And is the plate brushed or polished? It's polished. This is a polished plate. Oh no, I might be wrong. It's brushed. It is brushed. I'll give it a quick wipe before showing you, because it is. It's quite dirty at the moment because I've been taking the board apart, putting it back together, taking it apart again, all up for a little bit of time this evening. So if I bring it up, really nice finish on the plate, but it is brushed. definitely brushed. It looked polished, but the weight is polished. So what we're going to do is, we've got the hard part out of the way really. The stabs are already on here. So realistically, all we need to do is take the rest of the board, take the plate and load it up with switches. So the hard part is pretty much done. So let's get this aligned. Put this back in the drawer. But what I wanted to do was, I wanted to do this. I know that Smart Boy is actually hopefully going to be in chat. So what I wanted to do is, I wanted to do a typing test so that he could hear the board once it's finished, and then make sure that he's happy with the overall sound of it. I've been testing the stabilized keys. That was the main thing that he was worried about. But I've been testing them this afternoon, and they are sounding much better than they did before. I don't know if the molds for the Everglide stabilizers had just been made with sand or something, but they were really quite bad, even after putting lube in. So Smudge, have you ever thought about getting one of these? Oh, sorry, KJ, I missed your follow there. I've been looking at Zeal PC switches, but I can't find an actuation force only bottom out way. Is there a way to convert it so I can compare them? No, there isn't a way of doing that. I wonder. Oh, whoops. I need to keep the music going. I accidentally closed the tab. There is a very good website called switches.mx. That you might well want to have a look at. I don't think it's going to have any of the details on there though, of like actuation force. It's only going to have the stuff that's on like from the Zeal website. Yeah, that's the link there. Jay is meant to be restocker. Durox tabs, right? Yeah, he is. He's got a big package of Durox stuff on the way apparently. I do need to get some more Durox tabs, because the Zeal ones and my C3, like parts of my C3 ones, have gone into this, so I need just to restock them. We're just gonna pop this together. Oh, Smart Boy says I'm here. Okay, I'm here. I'm alive. Good. I mean, if you were dead, in theory, I'd get to keep this board. But yeah, I mean, yeah. Have a look at that website, KJ, KeekJ, because I found it with some friends a little while ago. Found out that the guys in the UK community that makes the site, and it's been really useful actually, working out like actuation force, like the overall sound profile of switches and stuff. There's loads of switch tests on there, but also, did you see this on Merlin's stream recently? Okay, let's have a look. God damn, that is beat up to all hell. Oof. Is that thing being run over by a car? Wow. I have to say, his setup looks very similar to my setup, because I've got that same desk mat. Yeah, goddamn, that thing's been beaten up. I know that you can buy B-stock stuff though. I do know that, because one of the guys in the UK community, Huey, he's got a B-stock one. You pay substantially less, and you do get stuff that does look like it's been dropped down the stairs. Yeah, the customer had to get it, get him to Cerakote again. Sorry, the customer had to get it Cerakoted again himself. Yeah, I mean, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you're buying a B stock one. I mean, if I remember rightly, like this board is like 300, 350, something like that, like dollars. Smart boy, you might be able to tell me. Well, I know that the PC one you probably can't re-Cerakote and all of that sort of stuff, but I think they were roughly the same price. 350 for PC, 300 for aluminium. Yeah, okay, yeah. But if I remember rightly, like the second, like the B stock ones, I want to say that they were like 200, like 190, 200 sort of prices for B stock. I mean, obviously, don't get B stock polycarb because you're in for a bad time. But you're gonna have chips and stuff. I mean, like light scratches and stuff like that, you can fix up on polycarb pretty easily because you can sand the surface. But chips, dents, that sort of stuff, you're in for a bad time. But I know I've got a local Cerakoting place to me, and he'll Cerakote a board. He Cerakoted my Mech 27 that's up here. He'll Cerakote that for about £75, something like that. So, I mean, it's not too bad. You get a custom colour. An option for anybody that's decided to drop their keyboard down the stairs. Need to find one that clips in. Some of these have lost their clippiness. They've been desoldered and pulled up, desoldered and pulled up. The leg is a little bit bent on that one. But I hope you like the sound of it. Smart boy, once I get this done, what I'm going to do is I've been testing the stabilized keys unsoldered in. So what I'm going to do is they're going to be the first keys that I solder down, and then I'm going to give them a quick little tapping test to see what you think of them, and if you're happy, which I hope you will be because they are very smooth. I'll then solder everything else down. I mean, you will only get a sound test, so you'll have to believe me when I say they're very smooth, but a sound test's better than nothing, I guess. How similar are Tealios to the Duroc L switches? So, from what I understand, the Duroc L switches are they are the Tealios. So, yeah, they're going to be pretty close. Obviously, the one downside to anything from Duroc is they're good, but you always run the risk of stuff being not so great from them. Parts not fitting together properly. Like quite a few times, like with their stabilizers, the wires have been bent, so you have to sort of rotate them around a little bit. It's that sort of stuff. I mean, it's not like horrid, but if you're gonna buy switches, buy 10 more than you need, maybe. This one's just gonna fall out. Find one that's gonna clip in properly. No. Come on. You're in. No, you're not. Yeah, sounds good to me. I should be done with the first place before building the board the first time around. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. I think you have gotten pretty unlucky because I have used Everglide stabs in the past, and they've been pretty okay. I think you've just been quite unlucky with it, with the fact that these are pretty sandy, pretty bad. So I do feel for you a bit there. That one. So I'm just going to put my head over. Now getting closer to the build, I'm contemplating on whether lubing Gat Yellows is the way to go. I mean, lubed Gat Yellows are always good. Gat Yellows have got a reputation because they're so good, so I can only recommend Gat Yellows. So what I'm going to do is, as I solder these in, because these are so loose, I mean, when we're talking loose, I mean, like, it just, they're not being held in at this point. They're not clipping how they used to. I mean, I might be able to sort of like pull it back out a little bit and get it to re-clip, but because they've been clipped and unclipped so many times at this point, like, they're not as, like, they're not wanting to hold in place as much as they used to. I mean, that's holding a little bit better. Oh dear. Yeah, the switches are just going to fall out on me here. One was already ran. Because they are just so loose at this point, it's probably going to be a case of just try and get to push them in place here. But as I turn this over, I know that I'm going to have a bunch of switches fall out on me. Sorry, Keek J. Would you recommend filming Tealios V2s? Thinking about getting the 65 gram for my board. Yep, I can recommend filming them. They do feel better. I would recommend spring swapping them as well. Zeal, like, stock springs aren't the best. They're very pingy. So I would recommend swapping the springs out if I were you. And generally when you spring swap, the springs aren't quite as long. Well, they aren't quite as long, so you lose a little bit of that the zero pre-travel with it. So it makes them a little less, like, horribly tactile. Okay, we're about to see a mountain of switches fall out of here. I'm going to turn it over very gently. Very gently now. Okay, you're upside down, upside down, upside down. Oh, there's one. Which one was it? As long as it wasn't one of the stabilized keys, I'm fine. I believe one of the switches that's not lubed fully, not a problem. Could you tap each one? It's pretty noticeable. Just solder that one into the, okay, yeah. I'll go around them in a minute and just make sure. We've lost this key here. Make sure it isn't that one. It's not that one. All right, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to do the stabilized keys for now. That's my main goal, is get the stabilized keys, like, sorted, so they're nice. In fact, what I will just do then, I've lost a bunch more, is just check them. Okay, it's none of those. Okay, that's fine. Just going to put a bit of pressure down, that's all. Alrighty, it's up to temperature. I'm only going to put one dot of solder in, just quickly. bottom one. So I do just want to make sure it's straight. So the only downside to the C3s is that they are extremely tight on the actual stabilizers themselves. On the stabilizing part, okay, that's perfectly straight, that's good. So that's the only downside to the C3s. The C3 inserts is they're quite tight. I really would have thought for the price that it would. Oh, thought for the price that it would be fine. Would sprit springs do well here? I know they are in stock at MK. Yeah, sprit springs perfect. Yeah, get some sprit springs. Get a little bit of like 103, 104, 105 lube, and just literally dab them into that, and that'll sort them out. Either that or TX springs. TX springs will work fine as well. Do you have a board with lubed/filmed GAT yellows? I don't yet. I've got some GAT yellows coming in the future. I needed some creamy tops. I've got in this book here. This one here, I've got tangerines, and I found out that tangerines have 3.8 mil of travel instead of the normal 4 mil. And I was tapping away at it, and I'd always noticed it felt a little bit weird. It felt like a little bit short, and until I started swapping them out, and I've got them on the CU65 up there. And I started taking them apart and putting different tops on and stuff like that, and I quickly realised that it did have a shorter travel. And so I've got some milky GAT yellows coming from AliExpress, and I'm going to give those a try. Like the top housings, that is, on the tangerines. Okay, so smart boy, which way? Stepped, stepped or unstepped, flipped or unflipped? I've been testing it out flipped, so you have it flipped. Good lad, good lad. Flip so far. Just have a hair of that. Yeah, it's good. So the enter. Feels good. Just have a quick listen. I've been flipped for a while now. It's great. Yeah, I can agree. Flip spacebar is the way to go. I've got a, I'll keep that there for a second. I don't know if that's the right or left shift. Backspace. You are right shift. Put the backspace in as well. It's kind of popped one of these up in the corner, isn't it? Okay, just have a quick listen. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good. All right, so I'm just going to pause the music a second here. So, pause music. All right, I'm going to pull this in, and I'm going to pull it over the top. Notice I have cleaned it since. So I'm going to put it over the top of the backspace key here. So you're going to be able to have a listen to how it sounds now. So Spacebar. Left shift. Right shift. Enter. Backspace. And they're dead smooth. I'll just do the spacebar one more time. What I'll do is I'll put it like this. So. Like. Yeah, they are way better. They are way better than they were. Like you say, legit sandpaper. I was really disappointed by the Everglides. They were much scratchier than I was expecting them to be. So, Smudge asks, if it didn't sound good, what would you do, Matt? So with any of the boards, any of these boards behind me here, like this one, I have taken them apart multiple times until they're perfect. I do that with any build that I get given. So this one, before I spent about an hour just taking the stabs apart, working out what was the best combo of stabs, and that's why it's partially built already. But in the past, I've done loads of testing before working out what I want, and then even if I build the whole thing and then it doesn't feel quite right, I'll take it all apart, start the build again. I'm happy enough to do that to be able to get it perfect. So, okay, let me just do some quick. See which one is the. It's going to be. It's going to be very tough to feel. Oh, sorry, you guys can't hear the music, can you? Potentially that one. This is either that one or otherwise. Just get through them. So just so you guys know, one of these is unlubed apparently. It's you. Yeah. I'll be honest with you, it's very difficult to tell which ones are lubed and unlubed. You have done them lighter than I'd normally do them, so. That one. It's 100% that one. I can hear it. I mean. Oh, so. Oh, you hear the music, but. I mean, I don't think you're going to be able to tell very easily, but. No, it's slightly scratchier. So, funnily enough, we managed to get lucky with it. It is difficult to tell because it is they're quite lightly lubed, but this one definitely does feel worse than the others. It just feels a bit more friction, that's all. Alright. You wanted it on like print screen or something like that, didn't you? So I'll just move it across onto like scroll lock or something. Just make sure. Yeah, it's definitely worse. Okay. I'm just going to make sure these are all down. And then we will flip her on over. I'm going to leave the stabilized keys in place. Albeit this is going to be a real ball ache for some of these switches. This one's already thinking about falling out. Yeah, I'm going to have to take the stabilized keys out. So one thing to note, smart boy, when it comes to ever taking caps off this thing, just be very careful, because the C3 stabilizers are an awful lot tighter. If you pull them up with too much force, you'll end up ripping the wire out with it. It's going to be the only downside to them, but it does mean that you've got a lot better hold. And you wanted standard caps lock or stepped caps lock? Sure, I'll just ask that before starting any soldering process. You bastard. Come on. Stay in switches. It's one switch that just does not want to stay in. Alright, I'm going to solder these and then these two can sit in there. Okay. I'm going to end up giving up on it. Don't have stepped. Okay, normal caps lock. I've got it in the normal caps lock position. So, okay, let's get some soldering done. I'm only going to put one in this bottom row because I need to make sure the bottom row is right in a minute. You can see where the old solder marks are, but so the reason I was debating whether to do the stream tonight is our man, oh sorry, you guys haven't got music, have you? Our man Salvin is doing a stream tonight, and I didn't want to conflict with his stream time. Salvin's going to be streaming from 8:30, like my time, and so I just didn't want to make sure that I was stealing any of his viewers or the other way around. Plus, I need to get those channel points to get to 500,000 to get a free keycap. So the one thing that will go up on the my YouTube channel after this stream will be obviously the full stream of this. I put all of my streams up on my YouTube channel, but also I will be doing a typing test hopefully this evening of this board in better conditions, so without the music playing, without me chatting and all of that sort of stuff, and so we'll be able to have a proper sound typing test of this board added to my collection. If you're interested in watching any of that, just hit !YouTube in the chat, and the bot should kick into gear and give you the link to it. That one hasn't got one in it. So smart boy, what did you lube these switches with out of interest? What have they been lubed with? They've been lightly lubed no matter what. They do feel quite lightly lubed, and to be fair, Tealios probably do prefer a light lube. But what did you do? What did you do them with? Hey Rat guys, hey, how you doing? Joined right into the action. Exactly. How are you liking your T1s, by the way, Ratgaz? So this one switch is clipped. Missing the extra legs, which is strange. Krytox 3204. Your 3204 wouldn't be Krytox. You're thinking of Tribosis. Krytox is like 205, and then a grade afterwards, or 105. Sad that I know that much about lube. Mastermind specialist subject. Viscosities and grades of Krytox lube. Very much so. Just move them into the Control Alt. Great job on them, by the way. Thanks. Okay, good. I'm glad you like them. I did spend a long time lubing them, and they are very smooth. They were lubed with 205 grade 0, and they have got 72 grams sprit springs in, if I remember rightly. Yeah, very nice switches. Just a little too tactile for me, really. I've actually earlier today I got, so this is Topra. This is my Topra board up here. So I've got 45 gram stock Topra. I've lubed it already, but earlier today I got some Deskeys silencing rings in. So I'm gonna give that a try. I've got a couple of different weights of silencing ring to give a try. So I've got the ultra thin and the thin to give a try of. But as I was saying, I've moved away from heavy tactiles. So my old favourites used to be Zilio V2s, and like I did like like what are they, Alps brands and stuff like that a little while ago. But I've slowly but surely moved away. I even used to have BK heavies in the board in front of me, the Topo board, and I've moved away from them bit by bit because they are just too tactile. Just a little too tactile for me. Oof. I mean, there will be somebody at the UK meetup with BK heavies. I'm pretty sure there will be. You're more than welcome to try that and feel your finger, the bones in your fingers rattling. They are violently tactile. Hi Harris, 69, 69, 69. Perfect amount of 69s in your name. No, I only wish that I could go back to that heavy level of tactile. Albeit I got to I managed to buy a board with vintage brands a few weeks ago, and talk about not living up to the hype. Well, for me, they just weren't tactile enough. They're very subtle tactile wise, and these were very, very smooth. These were like 90, 96, 97 Vint brands. So like really like from a decent year, very smooth. I lubed just the rails with 205 grade 0. Didn't really need an awful lot more, but just nowhere near the level of tactility that I needed. There's still something there of needing heavy tactiles. So what's everybody's switches of choice? What do you tend to use? I know that Ratgaz uses T1s, saying as he bought my T1s off me. What do you think of the GK64 as a budget hot swap board? Very good. The PCB is very good, but for budget hot swap, I would recommend going for the CU65 if you can. I showed it off on stream a couple of weeks ago now, and there is a typing test on my YouTube channel, and Ratgaz is in for the CU65, I believe, or the CU80. But I mean, it's very, very on the decent wise on the budget level, and it's not got budget build quality at the end of the day. It's got very good build quality, but fits the wallet quite nicely. But GK64, I mean, it's not too bad. You're not going to really go wrong with like any of the hot swap KBD fans ones, if realistically. If I remember rightly, the GK64 is the 60% with arrows, isn't it? Is that the one that I'm thinking of? Hot swap ANSI with arrows, possibly has RGB as well. I can't remember if it has RGB or not. Possibly don't think it does, but it might do. They might have thrown RGB on there by now. Yeah, the one you ship it's the one with like the whole right hand side bottom row is just one use. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I know the one you mean. I was actually looking at it the other day for somebody else. I mean, it's not bad. it's not bad at the end of the day. As I said, you're not going to go wrong with anything made by KBD fans, but if you're in the UK and you do want a better board, I mean, the CU80 or the CU65, I mean, the CU80, you're going to get a TKL with ISO, hot swap, and RGB. CU65, you're going to get a 65% with dual layouts, so you can go ANSI or ISO on the same PCB, and it's hot swap. Doesn't come with RGB though. It would be nice if it did come with RGB, but I mean, for what is I'm in the UK, but I hate the tiny left shift. I mean, the CU65 that has a smaller left shift. I think it's 2.25U instead of 2.75, so it's not like stabilized. But if you go for the CU80, for instance, that's a full-sized right shift and not like normal size left shift. I mean, what you could always do, because it does support it, there's no problem with going with the CU65 going ANSI and ISO, so you could go long left shift. I'm just going to flip this around. How much is the CU65? Ratgaz might be able to remind me, but I want to say that it's between 100 and 150. I honestly can't remember off the top of my head. I believe the CU80 is 100. Yeah, it's pretty cheap. 130, there you go, 130 for it. I mean, pretty cheap for a 65, a nicely made 65% with dual layouts. I mean, okay. So we're now going to have to play around. Number one with the bottom row, but also with these switches that are going to go in here. Now I'm talking budget, like 60. Oh, like 60 quid. I mean, that's we are talking here case and PCB, not just PCB. So the GK64 that's not going to be a full kit, I don't think, unless you're buying a plastic case for it. I mean, if you're buying a plastic case for it, then the GK64 is always gonna beat it. But that's because you're not getting a metal case at the end of the day. But then again, if you are going budget, I mean, plastic cases are okay, but spend a little bit more. To be fair, you could probably get yourself an AN Pro maybe for that sort of money. Yeah, it's 40 quid and I don't mind the plastic case. Then the upgrade down the line when I could afford it. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to go down that route, I mean, GK64, good route to go. I mean, there is always the, what is it, the GH60 Satan hot swap, whatever it is. You could go for something like that as well. And that would fill that need. Okay, so let's just get these last few switches done. Now you get some caps and into a board. Oh, that reminds me actually. Let me just do these switches quickly, and then just make sure that the bottom row looks right-ish. That one. There's 4 switches total, wasn't there? So there's these ones here. I think there was one more, wasn't there? Just go by quickly. They're all soldered. No, all is good. Okay. Alright, let's just make sure this bottom row looks somewhat right. So control. I'm just going to put these on lightly so I can pull them back up in a second. That. Spacebar. That's the tab key. There's an Alt. Another control key. And that's the long shift, isn't it? That's looking right at the moment. There is a piece of sushi. And that's a caps lock key. Around the right space for it. There we go. Oh no, not the one. That's the wrong one. Yep, that bottom row is looking good. Flip spacebar again. Exactly. Flip spacebar only good spacebar. Okay. Found the unsoldered. Yeah. There's a couple unsoldered ones here, but that's only because I just need to get the bottom row done nicely. Yep, they're all good because they were all right. Across quickly, but we should all be soldered at this point. Yeah. This is all looking good to me. Oh no, there is one pad that's not soldered. Oh no, that's because it's just an awkward pad. There we go. Cool. So that's us soldered together. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get the top. Let's turn the soldering iron off. I don't want to burn myself. Let's wind up the solder. Okay, let's get the top. So this is a top mount case. So here is the top. Just going to lay it on in there. So one thing that you can do if you wanted a little bit more sand isolation is you can get some little O-rings. And I had O-rings when I had my 8X, and you just get little 1x2, I think they are, or 1x1s, and they will you sit them in between the case and the plate, and they work just nicely. Something that I would recommend, albeit just be very careful, because I do know that these are like it's threaded into the polycarbonate, so just be careful on like super tightening them down. Don't want to crack your polycarb. We're just doing it to finger tightness here, guys. You crack your polycarb, and you're going to be up shit creek. Fortunately for me, on the the Norba Touch there, it's got threaded inserts actually put in, brass threaded inserts, so it makes it a little bit easier. Come on. There we go. Okay, and the last of the screws to get it into here nicely. Cool. And so what we're just going to do quickly is we're going to flip it back over and just here. I think it's got USB-C on it. Yeah, it's got USB-C. We are going to plug her in. So, switch hitter. So, I'm going to bring up switch hitter. Just going to show it. Need to change it to 87 key ANSI. Sup. Sorry, I've missed a bunch of messages there. I was seeing someone using neoprene foam on the back of their PCB. What do you think? I mean, I've used neoprene foam. I've actually got what was in my Norba Touch a little while ago. Very sticky stuff. I mean, this has got bags stuck to it currently. But I was using some of this. This is sorbothane. So sorbothane is really... really sound isolating. Good stuff though. And then I've used other bits and pieces in the past, so I'm down for it. Yeah. Not too excited about the idea of adhesive sponge. Yeah, maybe not adhesive. Maybe not like sticking it down, like leaving it in there. I've like for this build that we've got now, they put foam inside. And it's just loose foam pretty much that sits in there that does the sound deadening. So, sorry, switch hitter. Oh, whoops! I'm going for the wrong thing here. Switch hitter. All right, you guys should be able to. I need to fix this at some point, but we're going to put it over the top of chat for the second, and we're just going to give it a quick test. So, here we go. Da-da. So there'll be, oh, it's got it does the menu at least, that's good. We're just checking to see if there is any dead keys. That's looking good to me. Hey Gucci, how you doing? Is this yours or another person's polycarb trash? Oh, oof, it's not mine. It's not mine. You're attacking somebody else in the community. God, Gucci over here. This way around? No, other way around. Gatekeeping the community. Gatekeeping the community. Huh. Is this stretch or something? Or am I doing this wrong entirely? Do it this way around. not that way around. Is it this way around? No. It has to be that way around. Alright, we're going to go with it that way around. Sorry. Ratgaz, for non-adhesive ones, have a look at MK Ultra. He does. He can make them for you if you need them. This almost feels like it needs to be stretched a little bit. Yeah, the foam. Yeah, it doesn't sit. It's like an early cut of it. I'm not going to question it too much. It does look like it fits, but yeah, it doesn't quite fit how it needs to. But I'm not going to question it. You can actually buy new foam for these things as well, if you need to. As long as it mostly lines up, that's the main thing. Hey, at least it's not as bad as buying a polycarb case for a keyboard that doesn't have RGB underglow. Shh, don't look at it. Don't look at it. It actually sounds really, really good. Oh, and something that you'll be interested in, Guti. Where are they? Not there. Oh, bloody hell. Thanks, Tom Bites, for the follow. Got some of these. So these are the ultra thins. I should know actually. Sponsoring. Oh, they got two. These are the ultra thins. I've got the thins, and I've also got the hyperspheres. But I've lubed this since, and I've got a combination of lube for you to have. Where is it? It's not that one. Not that one. Not that one. It's in here. Is the camera going to focus? You're going to... So I've got some of it in here. This is a combination of 205 grade 0 and 103. So like the perfect consistency, and it like I've got a bit in here, and you can try it when you next come around. It feels incredible. Okay, we're just gonna get these tightened down a little bit. Yeah, I had enough left that I thought, oh, Guti might like some of that. And then obviously I've got the silencing rings as well. So if you're interested in some silencing rings, I've got a few different variants. No problemo, friend. No problemo. Nearly there now. I'm just going to go for a slightly wider tip because these are spinning a little bit. I don't want it to spin, especially on polycarb. Just get, the main thing is, like, I know that you're jealous. I know that you're jealous of the polycarb norbitage. You're telling me it's a pain in the ass to take apart Topra, albeit stock Topra is way easier than BKEs. BKEs they lose their position. You end up having to reposition them, and you end up taking the board apart like 10 times just to get it perfect. Stock Topra is a lot easier, but I'm gonna take it apart, see how it feels, see what I think works right. Okay, just tightening these down ever so slightly more. There we go. Me jealous endeavour. Oof. Wait till you come around and see it. It's beautiful. Beautiful. So I'll just put some more music on whilst we swap these caps over. Playlists. Go for chill type music now. I have my end game, my Logitech ultra thin with integrated touchpad. Oof. I mean, where is it? I've got my end game under here. I can't get it out from underneath the desk. Come out. Here you go, guys. It's my end game. I've lost one of the case feet for it as well. I don't think it currently does it. No, it doesn't currently work. Yeah, I actually broke one of these a little while ago. It fell off the sofa and like a bunch of the keys fell off of it and it stopped working, and then so I literally just yeeted it out the window. Alright, let's get some caps on this thing. Ratgas says, gold plate, black feet, plat screws, white polycarb. I've seen it all. Were you meaning for this board? Like, have you seen the gold screws that went into it? Those gold screws. Yeah, great for HTPC. I actually have it on my. I had it upstairs. It was connected to my preamps box, but I put a dedicated keyboard up there from one of the old ones that I got sent a long time ago by Orky. Alright, sorry guys, I'll bring these in front. Don't need this anymore. Oh, they were gold. Okay, that makes it better now. Yeah. The gold, well, not completely all gold screws. So the screws that hold the plate into the case, they're gold, but the screws that go into the like hold the case together aren't. They are they're black. Oh, the build command isn't correct. I haven't updated it. So this board here is a KBD8x Mark II in polycarb. It's got a brass brushed plate. These are lube Tealios. I'm not sure what weight they are. Smart boy, what weight are your Tealios that you've got in here? He has lubed them with 3204. The stab combination we changed from pink Everglides to these are Zeal outer housings C3 inserts with Zeal stabs lubed with 205 grade 0. The PCB inside of it is the KBD8x like one with USB-C, and the keycaps are EPBT sushi. Is that right? I believe they're EPBT sushi. Yeah, there you go. Something that I was very surprised about, how nice EPBT sushi is. Very nice. Yeah, wait till you see the board all together, because it will look much better once it's together, obviously. But I did like the little accents of the sushi accents and. I mean, the overall quality of the keycaps is better than I expected it was going to be. The die subbing on them is quite a lot better. All right, which way do you have it? I've got this one here. Come on. Are you going to focus camera at all? Where's the focus? Does not want to focus. This one's the one with the text. So left. I don't know why it doesn't want to focus. Just being a naughty camera. Normally it works. There you go. So the focus is around here somewhere. I've been playing around taking pictures this week, and I've obviously moved the focus. Normally I have them focus like here-ish. So So you said you're going to put a different key set on this when you get it home. What are you going to put onto it then? I want to get these. What do you think? Let's have a look. Japanese keycaps. Which ones do you mean? The 139 one, like the 139 Japanese root black font language cherry profile die subs. Those ones. GMK darling, but it's been delayed till October. Ooh, that's no fun. That's no fun. Delays in the community are no fun. Tom Bites, I've had some serious shipping issues from Key Republic over isolation, just a warning. Yeah, I've got some bits and pieces that are in the post from them. I have got a sort of a Great Wave style spacebar coming, and it's been stuck in shipping for about a week and a half now. But it'll be here eventually, I'm sure. Giving them a little bit of leeway because of everything that's going on, but can't give companies too much leeway. Oh, sorry, you're going for the red accent one. Let's have a look at the red accent one. Yeah, so oh, what, the one with the red sub-legend, you mean? The KP Republic 139 Japanese root font cherry profile die sub keycap set PBT. That one. The one that really rolls off the tongue. Same problem. I have a keyboard waiting on Lee Hub for 3 weeks now. Yeah. Everything's really backed up at the moment. I mean, I'm still waiting for Sprit to send me my my springs out, but that might just be because Sprit's being slow. He does have a tendency to go slow every now and again. But like anything in the keyboard community, it's a waiting room simulator. Oh bloody hell! Seraldium. Thank you very much for the follow. How are you doing this lovely evening? We're getting wrapped up at this point. We're going to get some keycaps on. We're going to do a little typing test. I'm hoping to get this all done before Salvin goes live because I want you guys to go over and say hello to him for me. Plus, I want to go watch. Okay. I was like, where's the enter gone to? No. Do you know if I can get a 1U shift or a blank keycap R4 from? Is there anything that I could use? I've got alphas, pro mods. Let's have a look. You could send KP Republic a message. Sometimes they have got extras. So Japanese numpad space pro. So what key do you need it for? Sorry. For shift, what for? Like, are you meaning for like a for ISO for ISO left shift or anti left shift? Or you meaning oh sorry, the 1U shift. Albeit it's not letting me see. I would be surprised if they didn't have it in here. Base mods. Well, that's a pen, isn't it? Send them a message because they might well have something that they can just use. I know that they normally have like loads of extra keys, so you might just send them a message and say, look, I need a 1U, what can I do? And they might just have something. They're good boys over there, and good girls, obviously. What am I saying? There's no girls in this community. JKL, isn't it? I do like the set. Yeah, the set is very nice actually. One thing that you could have a look at is KBD fans might have something that might go a little bit better, maybe. I know that they've got some that are a bit like that, and you never know. They might have it because it's the GK64 is sold on theirs, isn't it? Okay. Here is the board, guys. Very smooth. Very, very smooth. Okay, so what we're going to do is, do I have Type Monkey? No, I don't. Let's 10 fastest fingers. I never end up typing very well on boards that are ANSI for some reason. Okay. Let's get rid of switch hitter. So what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to bring you boys over here. You're on my other monitor now. We're going to pause the music because we don't need music. We're going to turn switch hitter on. Are you gonna? Oh, whoops! No. 10 fastest fingers. Are you gonna work? Oh, it's because it needs to be separated. There we go. So you guys can see that now, can't you? Let me know if you can or cannot see it. I want to make sure that you can see it though. You can see it. That's good to hear. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to pull the microphone all the way down. Sorry for the bumping sounds here. So the microphone is like within that sort of space, distance. And so I'm going to do a quick typing test. I'm not good at typing tests. I will mention this now. I'm just going to make sure that spacebar is nice and straight. I'm not great at doing typing tests, so but have a listen, see what you guys think. So, oh, whoops, the caps lock is on for some reason. So, ooh. 63 words per minute. That was pretty dirty, that was. Alright. How does it sound though, guys? What do you guys think? What do you guys think of the sound? And the main person, Smart Boy, what do you think? What do you think of the sound overall? I'm going to do another typing test. The lubedness is really nice. I do think potentially what he is going to want to do is he's going to want to put a heavier spring in the spacebar. It does feel very light. It does feel very, very light. For me, I mean, I type on 72 grams, so it might not be like super light for him. But you might well like want to just put something heavier in there. But let's go for another typing test. So here we go, guys. Redo. God, that's 70 words per minute. Oof. Like lightning, guys. The spacebar, for me, it's probably clacking a lot more. I hit my space. I tend to sort of tap the spacebar quite hard, and these are very light. I mean, on most of my boards behind me, I put a heavier spring in the spacebar, so like 85. Normal 72 and then 85 for everything else. So, but overall, I'd be very happy with that. It's extremely smooth, though. It is extremely smooth. But as I said earlier, the lube Tealios, they're really nice. He's lubed them very nicely, and I would definitely say he's done a very good job with it. They're a bit light for me though. But not bad overall. I like it. The spacebar sounds much better. Pretty good. Yes, the case feels really solid. It's like 2.3 kilograms, a bit extreme. Yeah, it is quite heavy. It's not my type. Polycarb never is. But the sound. But that's the sound of quality. The owner is going to bring girls into the hobby. What does it look like? You type slow, whereas you're really fast. I mean, I feel like I'm typing slow all of the time, but I don't know. I on Type Monkey, my thing is like constantly like this. It's like typing fast, typing slow, typing fast, typing slow. Yeah. But guys, that does bring us to the end of the stream today, and we are going to we're going to raid Salvin. Hopefully he's making keyboard things. What does he say? He's currently live, so let's go raid him. So this is going to be my first time raiding. Raid Salvin CNC, I believe it is. So we're going to give him a raid. Let's just make sure that is right. Hit watch. Salvin CNC, isn't it? Yeah. Ah, jeez. Thanks, Kevo Train. 123 OP. Thank you very much. Gouty, raid before Ace of Spades update. Ace of Spades. Yeah. Oh, you can have an update if you like. The Ace of Spades is going to the anodizers this week, I believe. They're all done at this point. The PCBs are still being done by me, but yeah, I mean, we're nearly there on it, and so yeah. But so guys, thank you very much for tuning in. I'm gonna raid Salvin now. But say hello to him from me. I'm going to be watching in the stream. I'm going to go get some food and probably join the stream. But enjoy the rest of your evenings, guys. And this has been the Polycarb 8X Mark II from SmartBoy. It's got lube Tealios. The stabilizers are Zeals with C3 inserts with Zeal wires. Great board overall, great board. And these are EPBT sushi. So, yeah. Well, enjoy, guys, enjoy. I think I'm doing this right. Salve, CNC. So, say hello to him from me, guys. But see you guys all soon. See you all guys soon.
To deserve this? I don't know. I think we should get started now, shouldn't we? I need to check something here. I need to check the fixture. Should be a small fixture.